Ultimate purpose is not survival. It's finding purpose in what you love. I'm pumped to be branching out and being like, hey, we're gonna sit down and have a couple-hour podcast. Is it?
Is it, dude?
Jesus
You
Christ.
just like talked for 5 minutes. I'm like, is it though?
All right. Because we're not sponsored by Truly.
I've always been inspired by this shit.
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
so
It was not.
It's not even
actual flavor.
like
There's
just stuff
nothing
we
going
didn't.
on.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, they give us our
Which way
equipment
it's
and
like,
stuff.
it's okay.
You like pretend to be sponsored by
Budweiser, yeah,
Marshall.
like,
Like
we were
the
like,
normal better.
we
Same thing
were
about
young, too, so we
Budweiser,
didn't have
right?
Budweiser,
The
it's just
Budweiser
funny.
doesn't
Yeah.
taste like anything.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Freaking
I
brand
like Harley
loyalty to
Davidson, whatever,
guys
you
that
know,
I'm not even. I mean, I'm not even allowed to buy this shit yet, but I got loyalty to them.
Oh man.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's hilarious.
All right. I think we are up and running.
Alright, but yeah,
Those are all good albums.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have him read.
All those albums are good.
You can use those chairs if you want.
You wanna come in?
No. You can try to squeeze in if you want.
We got a full house. This is hilarious. We got like fucking 15 people in here.
It's a party.
Oh yeah. Like, you got a studio the size of a bedroom? Fuck yeah! Put 30 people.
yeah.
In, put 30 people in here.
Oh baby!
3 people in the band.
All right.
Do you want the
Full
door open or
Metalocalypse. Full rock so.
Yeah, baby. Should we
I do
pull-
cocaine.
I do cocaine. Should we pull her chairs in here?
Yeah, if you guys want those.
We could try to
uh,
pull this taller chair.
Yeah,
So you guys can sit.
our neighbor here's got a couple of chairs out there. If you guys need a spot to
She's
sit.
closed for the day, so
Alright, I
you
got
can-
him already.
Tawana will yell at us if she didn't like us using. If she doesn't like us. Dude, so how do you pronounce your guys' name? Every time I've said it, I feel like I said
Kougaran.
Kougaran.
Yeah.
Okay, where does that come from?
The coin.
I don't know. I don't know.
The African gold coin.
Oh.
Wait, so you don't
Well,
have one.
here's a little Detroit lore about it.
Okay.
So back before the 2000s, back before the 90s, when Coleman Young was in office of Detroit, he tried to smuggle a bunch of them over the which bridge?
He did.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of gold, African gold.
Yeah, Kougarans over the Ambassador Bridge, and he got busted by the Canadians.
What
Well,
was he?
Well, he actually got him over in Detroit. Took him from Detroit, and the chief of police, Chief Hart, had a house over in Windsor, and so he tried to smuggle him across the bridge, and they got busted.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So golden rock from Detroit.
So
Well,
so was this a way of him like hiding wealth or something? Like he was trying to get this valuable thing.
no clue.
Dude, that's freaking wild. Coleman Young, Charlie LaDuff has a book about Detroit called Detroit, and
Yeah.
they talk about the Coleman Young,
Yeah.
the days of Coleman Young, and then his niece was elected to office like 30 years later. And man, there's a lot of
lore.
wild shit that family was a part of.
Detroit's a wild town, man.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
it's basically like the Tortuga of the United States. You know, like,
right.
if you're not a thief or a pirate or a scallywag, you're going to get messed up in this town. You know, like.
All right. I'm just kind of looking at our screen there. We're can you move your boom arm down and just to try to keep
Yeah.
if you can get because like when you're leaning into the mic, we're blocking the camera there.
Pearly whites.
Yeah.
You're pearly white.
Yeah, we are not set up to have fucking 15 people in here, so this is hilarious, man.
It's all
But
good. I'll sit back like a mob boss.
yeah, appreciate you. Get comfortable, man. We're gonna be here for a while. So Kougarans are African gold coin that Coleman Young was trying to smother across the border.
Yeah, smuggle, yeah. The idea is it's kind of like, and I'm not talking subgenres like on how the last 15, 20 years like to micro categorize, but to find to find one, it's hard to find. And it's kind of like finding like a actual meat and potatoes rock band that can sing and do harmonies and
Yeah.
that's hard to find nowadays. Like, cause there's backtracks, auto tune, all this stuff.
So much stuff.
You know, the old way. You know, like the old way, like with the legacy rock stars and all that kind of stuff. Like to be able to pull it off, raw dog style.
Yeah.
That's a dying art.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
And
well, people are gonna want to do what's easier, and like using like MIDI controllers and auto tune and all this shit that is available is so much easier. Like being a drummer, you know, miking drums and recording drums is so fucking difficult. And then the fun of miking drums and mixing drums.
He's like, bro, don't I know?
And mastering drums, drums cover the entire spectrum.
I use a one mic system.
Yeah.
For my drum covers, I use a Yamaha EAD10.
Right on.
Like I plug it in, one camera.
Yeah.
Picks up the whole drum. So it works.
Yeah.
It does the job.
But that's the biggest
phone. You know what I mean? For apps, it works.
Yeah. The biggest bitch of miking drums is that they cover the entire spectrum of the frequencies that you're gonna hit with your. So it's like, oh, if you have 4 cymbals that are pretty close to the same frequency, we're gonna wash out the entire mix, and all of a sudden you're like, dude, what? You can't hear my lead. What the fuck did you? What happened in the mix?
So now it's just a matter of blending to taste with the ratios. Like if the snare needs to be louder, you know, balance it out and turn the overheads down. If the kick needs to be fuller, EQ it and make sure the guitar isn't in the way.
Yeah.
You know, they both share in
the same space.
So what you got to do is just blend to taste, really.
We're trying to make.
You're so uncomfortable.
We got fucking 6 people in our studio. That's
like right here and then
you know,
our studio is the size of a fucking big, like maybe.
Do you want to try to get
bedroom.
him over there?
and then like,
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay on this. I'm not trying to kick anything.
We want you to be more comfortable. You're like,
we'll figure it out.
try not to move for a couple
hey,
hours.
we got it figured out.
It'll work.
This is
Yes,
so
sir.
funny.
There's something.
There we go.
Tell me something
There
sweet.
you go. There you go, man.
Needs Viagra.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's gotta be out of the way of Niko's head, so he doesn't have to duck.
The head.
What
always the
a
head.
what a fucking start!
Ooh.
Hell yeah! This is so funny. You guys look super comfortable. I'm glad that we can get you squished up and then like having to lean for a whole interview.
It's all good.
But we're we're ironing it out.
I've done so many interviews, man. Like, this is gonna be lively and fun.
I'm having fun already.
I like these kind of.
I like that it's not comfortable. That makes it so much more fun because,
Oh,
dude, like I've been in bands my whole life, and like if anything is like too polished, I'm like suspicious of it. Like, what the fuck should you do? Why is this so easy? The fuck what's really going on?
Especially with the new.
Are you guys trying to fuck me? This is too easy.
Especially
It should be difficult. I should be on. It should be too hot in here.
Especially like the laptop bands, it's like too polished. It's like, did you?
Oh man, yeah, dude. Yeah, I've said me and my brother were talking. Me and my brother jammed in here last night at fucking 2 a.m, and he
Nice Valve King, by the way.
Thanks, man.
That's
Hell yeah,
a great sounding amp.
dude. It's
In the right cab, it's
yeah.
it crushes like a Mesa.
It's
Yeah.
dude, it's a fucking great. That head sat and didn't turn on for 10 years.
Fucking kidding.
And I was like, okay, we gotta make sure that this amp, because to be able to record and do our
you gotta make
Zoom.
that thing ejaculate fire. Like, come on.
Well, it was. It wasn't.
He's like,
It wasn't fire last night. Me and my brother were shaking off the rust. We hadn't played. He's been pretty obsessed with composing music lately, so he hasn't played guitar in like fucking 2 years or something up until last night. So we were jamming, and he's like, "Fuck, dude! I was trying to do triplets. My hand just doesn't work the way it used to."
Doesn't work.
I'm like, "You're single. It should be fucking faster."
It depends if you're lefty or righty.
Oh snap! But right.
Gotta put on. Gotta have it.
right.
Depends if you're a lefty or a righty.
Oh, baby.
Right.
Oh, baby.
Oh man. So how long you guys been playing together?
Well, this rendition, the band's been around longer than the lineup.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the band's been around. Nah, because is this rolling or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
we're
sweet,
going.
awesome. The lineup's been the band's been around officially since late 2012, early 2013.
Okay. So a long time for a
long
band.
haul. Yeah. This lineup a little over a year.
Right on.
You know, as you know, with the dystopian, degenerative mindset of the millennial generation, at times, if it takes longer than 2-3 years to pop off in a band, they.
I'm out. I'm done. I might not even
See
play
you,
guitar
nerds.
again.
Yep. Yep. You know, and if you look at Youngblood's track record, he's 15 years.
Really? How old is he?
He's in
like
his
our
mid
age.
20s.
Okay.
26 years old.
26 years old, and he's
He's
been
been
at
do-
it since he was a fucking 10-year-old.
15 years old. After
Man.
the Disney stint he did, he went into music.
No kidding.
I
You
didn't know he
know.
was in Disney.
I didn't know either, but it was like brief.
Okay.
Brief. You know, enough for him to like be like, I actually want to do music.
Yeah.
You know, from what I've researched.
And he
and-
fucking single-handedly like revived like the popularity of rock culture and punk
Right.
culture. It's kind of wild.
Our generation tried to bank it on Greta, and it didn't happen.
It did not.
Oh,
It did
that's
not.
a name I haven't
And
heard.
and you know, to be fair, you know, nice shot, nice. I'm always gonna support Michigan natives.
Yeah.
However,
I mean, they're an excellent band, man. but
however,
Good,
you
good.
know,
not acknowledging that fucking Led Zeppelin is your inspiration is kind of
it's kind of lame.
yeah.
You know.
The stories with that Greta Van Fleet, how they
Well,
came in.
they opened for us once, and where both of our bands were in the infancy stages.
Oh, no
they
kidding.
couldn't get a gig in Detroit, which blew my mind because I liked their sound,
They're so good.
like
yeah.
their first sound, you know, and they were nice. And then all of a sudden, they got the deal with Lava Records after cutting their EP, you know, and speculation on what went on the money end. You know, I'm not going to say nothing I don't know, but I've heard from people that, you know, that there was some business done. So that took care of what they would need to, and, you know, just after that.
Yeah.
You know, and then the album was written by Vinny from Sponge, from what I hear, because I talked about it from a couple people.
The first album was?
Yeah,
The-
after
the-
the EP.
Okay.
And, you know, they've had a really great record, really great tour, all that. You know, they got the Grammy and all that. But after the first couple releases, I don't know what happened, you know, but they got soft. They went softer, poppier when they started off in the rock direction, and then they went softer and softer. And I'm not discrediting their talent because they got great talent.
Yeah.
But I really wonder what their record label was telling them to do.
And wondering
That's what I wonder, because
if they were told to
they
go
went
in the
in
softer direction.
they went in one way into the industry and came out another
Totally
way.
different.
Yeah.
You
Like
know,
they were told to soften up
You
to
know,
be more
you know,
palatable.
my heart's to them, you know. You know,
Yeah.
but it even left me when I met them when I was 19. I'm 32 now, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah. They were huge.
know?
They were everywhere, 2016, 2017 when they
Yeah.
popped. And they were gigantic. And it was like this is the first new rock band that really popped. I mean, there was like Hailstorm and
Yeah, Hailstorm and a few others that were out at the time.
Yeah.
Black Veil Bride.
I
Yeah.
prevail.
you
Yeah, I
know,
Prevail.
You know,
yeah.
but I don't know. I'm kind of sus looking at the record label like, what'd you say?
Yeah, what'd you guys do?
What you do?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder. You know, I'm thinking about, like, who else went into a weird direction. Like, Bring Me to the Horizon, they're doing, like, electronic
Yeah.
pop weird stuff that I would have never thought that they would do. Which I don't know. That's
when Youngblood is literally being the devil's advocate, and he's going more in the rock direction, and he's number one right now.
Yeah,
it's ironic.
Yeah. He started off rapping, right, and now he's like
he hated it.
He hated it.
Youngblood hated it.
So he was just trying to. Was it like a ploy to get attention because that was the market?
No, it was him releasing, as you know, his story. With his troubles and his internal demons and shit. He really loved rock and roll.
Yeah.
And when he shifted in directions, it worked out great for him. And it's literally like, I always say when the artist is honest about what they do, the success comes.
Sure. Yeah.
And there's a lot of people
and guys will snuff out phony.
Yeah. Just because you got
Immediately.
100,000 likes doesn't mean you're a rock star.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. Just because your numbers are inflated, it doesn't mean such so.
Yeah.
Considering on how many times social media and streaming platforms have frauded their numbers.
Yeah.
How do you know it ain't just a
But
bunch of bots?
that's the market. You don't, but that's the market now, right? That's the way that you prove that you have attention is well, we have this many followers and this much interaction and
how much of it are bots?
Right. Well, God, I mean that was exposed when Elon was looking at buying Twitter. It was like, what is a significant portion of this entire website.
So how much of it is
fake.
a game of digital monopoly?
Right. Well, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, and before the age of the internet, that was, record labels were buying radio time, where it was like, dude, I'm so fucking sick of this
Payola.
one song. Yeah, yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. And then you have a monopoly on the radio time, and you're like, that's the reason why everyone left terrestrial radio when it wasn't the only option anymore. There's no fucking way that I'm gonna put on the riff because I'm sick of the 12 songs I've been playing for 30 years.
Gosh.
Right.
That's a big pet peeve of mine.
Oh, dude, I can't stand
There's like
it.
a million songs out there, and why?
Right.
Why the same 100?
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I feel about what's her
There's
face.
so many bands popping off with great singles or EPs or albums. It's just like we all
there's
know.
no
We all know
reason.
the answer, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's no reason that you can't have. A rotating list of at least 1,000 sons,
Right.
and they're nowhere near that.
What I'm surprised with is, it's sad to me because the reason why local scenes throughout the United States were able to pop off was because their local radio stations were playing their records.
Yeah,
That, unless it's a online second channel stream or something like that, that's not happening out there. Or independents like you guys, which is awesome.
yeah,
Playing the local music. 1 hour on an FM station to play.
right. Fucking 2 in the
10
morning,
bands.
ran by a college kid that's barely, he's phoning it in.
We found him in Janner's closet.
And it's no disrespect. I mean, original bands will take it where they can get it,
Yeah,
but I think they deserve a little bit more justice in their local hometowns with the budgeting of the FM stations to cater a little bit more to the local talent because the national well is dried up. Gotta go looking somewhere now.
right. You got to find it somewhere. And the days of the romantic idea of sending out your tapes to, the right guys, and then someone's like, dude, this is the shit. We got to play this, and we're gonna keep playing it because people are gonna keep requesting it. Those days are dead, man.
Yeah.
It's all these like weird pop rock fucking like in the 90s, early 2000s when I was growing up, it like these genres were all very different. And now you have country mixing with rap with T.I. and fucking Kenny Chesney back in the day, and then now every country song sounds like almost like a rap song with twang.
Because they're trying to chase the buck.
Right.
Country's just
versus the
rap with
art.
guitars.
Right. With the fucking steel guitar, you have rappers with steel guitars and cowboy boots on. You're like, what the fuck is this?
There's
The
some
line
metal,
is-
though. I don't know if you know Hardy. I've been
checking out.
Dude, Hardy's.
But that's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Hardy's
It's got
legit.
like double bass and it's like metal, and I'm like, this is sick, dude. For
Yeah.
country, this is incredible.
Yeah, Hardy's-
I'm like, he's taking it to a different level.
And he
I'm
also
like,
is doing like the corn thing where he's like shitting on, like he's like breaking the fourth wall and shitting on the industry in a lot of his songs because like, oh, you're mad that I don't, like you're not. I wrote all these chart topping hits for other country artists, but you won't play my shit now that I'm independent. And he's like, you guys want to fucking, y'all want a single, but like his version of it. Yeah, Hardy's the shit, dude.
It can be, and that's something that I'd like to address to music lovers and listeners. Is the industry is a pretty cutthroat place.
Yeah.
It can be a very welcoming place, but also a very cutthroat place, and it really depends on the crowd you're hanging in.
Yeah.
It can be cutthroat if you're in the wrong crowd. It can be bountiful in the right crowd.
Yeah. That's why, see, this is what Paige and I have been talking about with trying to build this podcast up is like, do we want to create a local platform for local artists to be able to come on and fucking share their story and if we can get some kind of an audience to look at it, that's huge, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm so excited. Like we have like 20 bands lined up, you guys being the first to do the show, man, and fucking
Thanks a lot,
dude. I thanks for
It's an
coming
honor.
here, and you guys are a fucking hell of a start. I've been listening to you guys the last couple of days. If this might come off as a backhanded compliment, and I don't mean it this way. If you guys were writing and recording what you write and record now 30 years ago, you'd be fucking huge. Like, you guys remind me of like when Dave Mustaine went fucking solo, and then all of a sudden he's putting out the hardest shit, and you're like, oh, he was the talent. Fuck. That's what you guys remind me of. You guys are legit as fuck. And you're a hell of a first guest.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
And we got a lot more in the fire. Like we were talking about, we probably got 30 tracks that are unwritten
It's
yet.
in our bank.
Yeah.
We got a big storage bank. We're like
Yeah.
fucking Prince
And we
over
got-
here.
and we-
Hell
like
yeah.
several albums of music just.
And all this stuff's going to be a little different, because we don't want to be the same old with every record.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff. It might be a little heavier, might be a little lighter, might be a little faster, might be a little slower. So there's a lot in the pool, which is,
Hell yeah.
I'm
excited to hear it, man. You guys are going to be in my rotation from now on. You guys are
Thank you.
legit as fuck.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hell,
And a
yeah.
lot more 4-part harmonies too.
Hell yeah.
A lot more of
we
that
all
too.
sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because with the way we shake it up with like the halftime sections and all of that, like we pull a lot from the new school. It's just the way we present ourselves seems old school because that's the rock and roll aspect of it, and that goes back 80 years, as you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, everyone's, because image is a funny thing, because I guarantee if I shaved half of my head and gave myself one of those Sad Boy 2.0 haircuts, I guarantee the conversation would sound a little different.
Yeah, get a little neck tattoo, get a couple neck tattoos, get a real tight chain around your neck for
Right,
some reason.
exactly.
That's the fucking style.
But I got somewhat longer hair layered. I wear a traditional leather jacket, traditional skinnies, and what would you say to that? Oh, that's more rock and
That's
roll.
old school, man. You got to get some Jinkos on and some fucking
I
Nike
put leather
SBs.
Pants, dude. Or you can like, I don't know, like with like glitter. I don't know what you call it, like stuff on it. You
Yeah.
Just try to pop.
Baby. Oh, I thought you were saying
I was
on the
looking for like
inside.
Kiss,
Putting it back where I found
Big,
it.
big image, like a big image, Like,
Yeah.
I always like Kiss because they had the outfit. They kind of had a.
Yeah.
Do you
not
wear leather
uniform, but
pants?
They all kind of had. Oh, the band Kiss.
But do you wear leather pants
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen at least
I
once,
had
eh?
on leather pants.
while you're performing?
Yeah.
Drumming, but you're back there doing double bass with leather
Pants on?
Yeah, I've done.
Fucking starting a fire back there. Like,
Why is the animal?
Nico's up front going like, why does it smell like steak? Because you're fucking...
You gotta present yourself in a certain way, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a rock
Slice
band,
the
you know what I mean?
animal.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to get them off after.
Niko, I figure out why the stage is always so
It's
hot.
always fun.
Oh yeah, Steve, yeah. You make it hot.
15 degrees warmer.
Yeah, dude.
You make it hot, baby.
It's just fucking like.
He burns a fire
Reminded
in
me
my
of that
heart.
fucking that Friends episode where he like wears leather pants and he's like calling his friend because he's sweating his ass off in them and he's like, dude, put some powder on. The powder turns into like a paste that he just destroys his, like makes a huge mess. He's like in a girl's house trying to like not sabotage it. Dude, I couldn't wear leather pants. Fuck, I can barely wear a like cotton t-shirt without sweating my ass off.
Right.
But fuck yeah, dude. I mean, like the old, the old style of like the rock and roll culture, like that. It's kind of mending and coming back in a new way in this generation, which I think is kind of cool, man. It feels like this might be the beginning of like these younger kids, like the beginning of their Gen X kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know, they got this.
How the 80s was like the boom.
Yeah,
Was, you know,
yeah. It's like like we're right at like the
Always, like,
precipice of that,
hard.
you know, where
It's
it's
like
like,
the
oh, this is gonna
90s,
fucking, this is gonna
Had
tip.
time for
And
music.
not discounting the last 20, 25 years of music, but it didn't have the boom that the rock and roll resurgence is having right now because everybody from politicians to celebrities is saying it's coming back.
Yeah,
I think it has to do with some more nefarious things that have caught the public eye. Diddy. But
right. Oh, the guys that took over the world. It turns
You
out they
know-
were all scumbags.
yeah, and rock and roll didn't steer people that way.
Yeah, Billy Corgan just kind of went viral talking about this. He's like, you guys are you've been told to be scared of rock and roll music for 30 years, but it turns out the pop music is where the real danger is.
That's where the real that's where the real blood cults are, man.
Yeah, right. You have fake personas with fake, you have engineered personalities with engineered music, and there's nothing authentic in it at all.
Small
And-
demons.
but you're scared of a guy because you were
'cause they're-
told to by fucking.
Because they're too busy making rituals to Moloch like that Astro World or whatever.
They got
You know?
fucking writing
They're too busy
teams.
devil worshiping, man.
These
Hey,
guys
dude,
at the
hey-
top they got fucking writing teams in Alabama. There's a crew of 10 guys that pop these out for $1 million a pop, and they just buy them up. They perform. To
Yeah.
me, an artist is someone who creates their own music and performs it. If you're just creating or you're just playing things that's already been pre-produced, that doesn't qualify as a musician. You're a performer.
Yeah.
I feel like being a musician, you have to play your own shit or like write your own stuff. If you're
An
you know,
artist, yeah.
an artist, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
you can still obviously do covers and still be a musician. I meant to say what he said. Yeah,
Yeah, but the
was
like
a
the
better
allure
word.
of an artist is like,
Artist.
hey, you're writing about your pain. You're writing about your
You should
story.
be singing about your story, not some
Yeah.
what some guy in Alabama wrote or whatever. some
Yeah,
shit,
right.
We're talking about life.
That's why I like Lady Gaga a lot. I have a high respect because she's in control of what she does, like what she writes. She does her own stuff, and you can tell when it comes from the heart. But
Yeah.
she used to at some point. But
Right.
Well, as of late, I don't know. She's been looking
Oh, no,
kind
she
of
bad.
questionable, hanging out with
her
questionable
her
people.
early stuff, at least, well, it seemed like it came from
Yeah.
her.
Well,
And
her and
absolutely.
I don't listen to her newer
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like older stuff. I like a lot.
Lady Gaga and Sia were like kind of the two pop artists that became big with the idea that this is them writing their stuff, what they want to write, and they made a new avenue by writing their music, and yeah, but I grew up, listening to, all the '90s and 2000s, rock groups like the all the new metal shit. Well, I was huge into, and dude, Korn, Tool, Limp Bizkit,
I
like
Disturbed,
Deftones.
I don't know if it's that time, but still, I like Disturbed.
Disturbed, sure, yeah.
I love Disturbed. Oh,
Yeah.
those guys are so freaking sweet. They're the epitome of what you should be, of like being at the top of the top. Those guys are so fucking humble as shit. I love them.
Yeah,
Disturbed are good people. Good men.
That's really keeped out, but still.
hell yeah. Yeah, I definitely like when I'm listening.
You gotta get closer.
Yeah. When I if you try to keep it like 6 inch, like if
You guys are like, this one is not it.
you just gotta spin this. So,
But you
in
two
general,
are,
keep
like-
the mic like 6 inches.
Very opposite of how you're getting into that microphone.
I figured if he wanted to lean in, he could lean in like this.
Careful, it might kiss you.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh.
Oh boy!
No, it's alright.
Apparently that
I've sang in the microphone.
apparently that mic smells like my buddy's breath because he was drunk and burping into it for 2 hours while we did a podcast.
I was lying when I said that.
We recorded
That's why I'm drunk.
just smelling his fucking.
Fucking fumes.
He was like. He was like, "Oh, I don't know why you expected me not to be burping. You were feeding me liquor and beer." I'm like, who the fuck told you to burp into the mic, you dipshit? But,
You're supposed to not cup the mic. I haven't heard about don't burp into the mic.
right. Don't cup the fucking mic.
We need to coin that term.
Imagine doing that like at Pine Knob, just burping into the microphone and getting that like that 1 second delay.
People be like,
so funny.
The reverb.
all the guys would.
Yeah,
Reverb of it.
you get a reverbed burp.
Hell yeah. A natural, like, giant room reverb.
He's scared the
And then-
shit
and then
out of
you
the
go-
sound guy.
And then you rip a wet fart into that too.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I'll never
Throw it
forget.
away.
I'll never forget. I went to a show like a decade ago, Asking Alexandra, and I remember in the middle of the set, the singer was just yells into the mic. He's like, "After this show, I gotta take a massive fucking dump." And I'm just like, I'm gonna remember you forever for that.
Yeah, you're never gonna forget that
Whenever
one.
I think of that band, I think of I gotta take a shit, guy.
It's all about the poop.
Dude, that's
I
hilarious.
like their music. Asking Alexandra was great, but
All
like I
about
just
the
thought
poop.
that was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. I gotta take a massive shit and start singing a song. It was awesome.
Dude, that's
He's
hilarious.
honest.
That was
All
so
about the
funny.
poop.
He's a little distracted.
Poopy situation.
Man, yeah, it's like that's what it's on the forefront of his mind. He's like, I can't even fucking.
I can't sing,
I
I have
can't
to
focus
shit.
right now, dude. I gotta take a dump. You guys want to go?
You
play?
would instantly relate to the whole crowd, though. Like
Hey,
that's a
you
way
guys
to
go
win
play Duck Duck
brownie
Goose.
points.
I'll be back in 8 minutes. I can't.
Yeah, I
do
gotta
this.
lay a goose.
Right, yeah, right.
Oh boy.
Like back to a serious note. No.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So speaking of ice, dude. Speaking of wanting your fucking your artist to be, share your story. If you're gonna be a fucking artist, your art needs to be your fucking story. I can't stand. Yeah. But I'm also a hypocrite because I'll fucking jam out to some Backstreet Boys. But every fucking second of their career was engineered. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm full of shit.
They didn't make that up.
They were-
That wasn't them.
See, like when I think about like a group, I'm like hoping that they grew up together in the same neighborhood. They're like, come over and play the drums with me. Like that's what I hope the origin
It's the
story
ideal
is.
story. You're like, it's perfect.
That's the whole classic.
Bro,
rock
come over.
cliche.
Tell me why.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dude, come over. We're gonna go get on Disney for a few years. And then
We're gonna go make a couple $1 billion.
But
Be right back.
That's the whole classic rock cliche. Friends that stayed friends and while they were kids. Hey, let's form a band, and that
Yeah.
whole shamble.
yeah. Yeah, you hope that's the way that shakes out, right?
There's a million different stories out there.
Yeah.
And every one of them is unique. Well, not every single one of them, but a good amount of them out there.
Yeah.
And I always say if they're local and they support the local community and do the stuff, then support them back.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's kind of been a resurgence in like supporting mom and pop shops, especially since like COVID like killed a million of them, and then Jeff Bezos is close to being a trillionaire because you couldn't go anywhere, but you can have the shit shipped to your front door. But
Amazon.
Yeah, and they want to worry about all about that and that kind of stuff, but yet they treat their local bands.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there should we should put effort into
it's a
supporting
catch-22
the local music.
because it's just like you can't say you support local if it's just one marketed thing that the major news press outlet is talking about.
Right? Yeah, you
Support your
this.
local artists, your painters, your musicians, your markets, all of it, all of it,
Yeah,
all of it.
yeah,
Even your local plumber.
Loca.
Like seriously, because it's the locals now that make the business of the future.
yeah. Right, but it's and it's also the it props up the local economy. Like if you have we got one night stands down the road here, it's local comedians, and there's national headlining acts that come through there, but there's always a opener and a host and an MC that's a local comedian that's there on a Thursday doing open mic night, just talking shit. But then all of a sudden they're opening up for a national headliner, and like that place is fucking sweet. Right? Like we just started hanging out there. I'm like, I love going there, dude. It's cool as fuck. But that's the same thing. Like, you have these local comedians that are, if I go see a national headlining act at this place that Tom Arnold is going to be there in a couple weeks. Well, I've known Tom Arnold my whole fucking life, but like I go to see him, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing a local comedian. It's like, all right, well now I'm going to start hanging out at this fucking place because that chick is hilarious, and I want to see her talk shit more.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a difference between supporting your local guys because there's a big misbalance when people say define local bands. There's a big define local because I know original bands that can't even get the time of day, but then I also know cover bands that make 1,000 every night they play.
Yeah.
And sometimes playing the same venues, and it's very interesting. It's a very tricky thing to navigate with the local music scene, but I think because everyone tries to pre-book out way ahead of time. But, my only fear is that local bookers and venues get too greedy and book way ahead of time for profit versus giving original bands a chance, because that would kill the original music community, because the new cover bands that are forming now were 20-year-olds that had original bands.
Yeah.
So I fear that for-profit, 100% for-profit attitude, could get in the way of a blossoming original music scene.
Yeah, of course.
I worry about that sometimes, and I have faith in my hometown, but I worry about that sometimes because,
you almost have to create
words
a culture.
are sweet, but actions speak louder.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I know what you mean about a culture.
yeah, you got to like create a culture of like if you have a venue, you want to try to create a culture of people want to come to that venue, and then the who is playing that night is secondary. Otherwise, your business model is based on the success of who's playing, and that's a dangerous.
I See Stars is, but like it's
Oh,
weird
yeah.
because like I watched something about it, but it's like during the MySpace era, and there was like called it MySpace Lounge, and they would pack it, Eventually they started, packing it out, and they had a local following, and then they, obviously got onto like Warped Tour, different.
Okay.
So it helped the scene, so that's
Yeah.
Did you guys ever hang out at High Octane in Rome?
Yeah, I did. I went to.
I remember
live
starting
by
off
there, but I know I live in Armada, so I know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right on.
Armada, so I know
Hey,
exactly
well
what
then
you're
you
talking
definitely
about.
know our friend.
I did
'cause
hang
there's-
out there.
You're
Six
from
people-
Armada?
Yes,
There's
I'm from
fucking
Armada.
6
I'm
people
from
from Armada,
yeah.
so we have mutual friends.
That's funny.
We all know each other.
Yeah,
I-
I'm from a little farm town.
Yeah, my cousin is from there, and one of my best friends lives
Yeah.
there. But I used
So-
to hang out at High Octane about every weekend, probably.
Yeah, right.
And then
No,
now it's like an
I've been
insurance
before.
place.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool for like a small, it just had like a local.
Yeah. It was
Just
perfect for high school
People went
bands.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was perfect for that because it gave those kids a chance and an outlet.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
You guys are from all you guys are from the east side?
Yeah.
So were you around like the Roseville Theater, the Wired Frog, all those places back in the day?
Well, I was born in Detroit, lived in Goodrich as a kid out by the Flint area, and then moved back into the east side when I was in high school, Rochester area.
Okay.
And then I moved out to Chicago for half a decade and then came home.
Right on.
So I missed a lot. The hayloft, I missed all that.
Yeah.
But while people were doing that, I was leveling up, getting into music college and being ahead of my peers.
Yeah.
While they were forming their first bands, we were opening for 80s rock stars at like 19, 22, 23 years old.
It's awesome.
What's
What's the music scene like in Chicago? That Chicago is so vastly bigger than Detroit that like people that are from Michigan who have never gone to Chicago can't understand it.
It's a very interesting town to navigate. Inner city, it's all rap and EDM. all rap, R&B, EDM. For the exceptional cherry-picked clubs that are out there, that bring the blues, rock, and country. But if you want that stuff, go out to the burbs.
Yeah.
Because besides the kids in music college that I knew, any bands that I met were from either more of the north side of Chicago or the burbs.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. I got funny looks for playing rock and roll music in Chicago. Let me put it
Interesting.
that way. Because at the time, it was trip hop that was king in town. Like trip hop. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. All that kind of stuff was really popular.
Yeah.
Really, really
And
popular.
then, and so if we're the same age, this is your college years. So you're also talking about like dubstep pops, and then everyone is listening to
deep
fucking
house. Like they were ahead of dubstep by like 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm talking like the European,
EDM, right?
the European stuff. Like they were ahead.
Yeah.
Like it was a pretty wild place to be.
See,
Club
yeah.
music.
Yeah.
See, like some of that stuff's fun,
Yeah.
man, but I just
Club
didn't do the
music. I mean,
right
they have
drugs to
festivals, but it's
keep
kinda like
listening
club
to it.
But also at the same time, the culture wasn't really good for bands.
No.
No, it was like the whole disco versus rock thing. Because I remember having classmates from high school that listened to EDM and hip hop and stuff. And while I was in college studying at Columbia College, Chicago, I get a message one morning and they're like, "Rock is dead, hip hop is king. Go, you give up, loser." And I'm just like,
Go away, you weird
I'm
kid.
just like, okay, did you ruin those $250 shoes yet?
Right.
I'm like, how are those Air Jordans holding up there, white guy?
They're holding up air.
Because they all tried to act not their color, if you know what I mean.
There's
Because they're trying so hard to be what they're not.
yeah,
And
that's
I was
the
just
phoniness
like-
that needs to go away.
And
Yeah.
there was a lot of that in the culture at the time, and now they all look like, a lot of those kind of people are now the ones that have the beer guts and are bald. And I laugh at that all the time because I got my full head of hair. I'm way the same as I was in high school.
Isn't that nice?
And I eat healthy and I take care of myself. And it's not me just getting the last laugh or anything, but I find it ironic. It's kind of sad for me, like really.
The
'cause
guys
it's
that
an
were talking
irony.
shit to you are not doing well.
Yeah,
How it goes.
Yeah.
Ironic.
I don't relish in anything like that, but kind of put it in perspective for me, like must not feel too great now,
Yeah.
because
Sorry, I was.
no, I mean like for the people that were genuinely like crappy people,
Like against people following their dreams.
yeah,
shit talking.
just following the status quo, flow rider, all that
Yeah,
kind of
whatever's the big thing at the time.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
posers in the culture. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like where they didn't have any substance to their character.
Yeah.
It was all just the fad and the time, and
Yeah.
look how they're doing.
Yeah.
Um,
I do have to say, like, in the last 15, the last 15
Gen
years.
Z don't care. They'll burn you for being fake.
Right.
Like they'll burn you at the stake for being fake.
Right, and that's exactly what I was going to say. Is like I really like that in the last 15 years, there's been such a mending of these. So I'm going to sound like a hypocrite because I don't like that the styles of the music are mending. Like I like that metal was metal and rock was rock and fucking pop was pop.
Right.
But
what
the
drives me
mending-
nuts is when somebody wears a Zeppelin shirt and they don't even know who the band is.
Yeah, that's always bothered me.
I used to teach high school, and anytime they'd walk in with like a Nirvana shirt on, I'd be like, "Do you know who that is?"
Yeah, it's just
No.
like, oh, it's a cool
Oh,
design. I
it's
bought it
cool.
at Target.
I
you know?
ran into a hipster chick in Chicago. That exact scenario. Looked all hot, looked all hipster. She thought, like, the look on her face said she thought she was all that and a bag of chips. And I go, that's a great shirt. What's your favorite album? And, you know, just me being excited or whatever. And she goes, what are you talking about? And I go, that band on your shirt,
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. And she goes, who? And I literally just walked away after
Yeah,
that.
just
I
like-
felt
See ya.
like I was just like, you're going to act all hot shit like that and you don't even know who the fucking band is? Like, grow the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, know your history.
And some people just buy a shirt because it's a cool design. Like, oh, that's
Like,
a cool fucking.
I'm always like, know your history, you know, like, because I always like, if I see a repeating sign or a logo or something like that, I'll look it up. I'll be like, what the fuck is
What
that?
is this thing?
You know?
Yeah.
But, carry on. I just wanted to add that sentiment.
I'm guilty as heck of this. I had a hymn wallet someone gave me as a gift for a birthday, and it took me 4 years to realize I was a band. And I love them. I fucking love him. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
At least
I
it was
love
a
him.
gift.
I love him. Him's a sick band. I'm so
Yeah.
sad they broke apart. But after I just found them funny. I don't know. I'm guilty of that.
But at least it was a gift. Like these kids
Yeah.
are like,
It was just this old wall of his, and it looked really cool. It was white and black. I had a him logo. I'm like, I can rock this.
See, that's the rub of
That
like
was
having a
cool.
really cool designed, you know, logo or album cover or whatever. Like sometimes, like that's the way you spread the. That's how you spread the music because someone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, dude, you listen." Like the Offspring have that mouse, you know, character.
or
And I had-
albums right here.
or like
Yeah.
or like when the Jenners tried to hijack some rock band album art for their T-shirts.
Who did that?
The Jenners.
Oh,
You know, like
the
Bruce Jenner's kids with the
okay.
Kardashian.
Yeah,
You know,
I didn't know that happened. Who was the band? Do you remember?
Metallica, Megadeth.
Oh,
And they like this happened like half a decade ago.
they're
and
just like ripping off. But those people are not those.
they used them
to-
for their fashion label,
to
and
play-
they were like they messaged them and were like, "Nah, stop doing
like, here's
that."
a cease and desist.
yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't
To
make
play
any
devil's
sense.
advocate.
Yeah,
To play
it
devil's
was petty.
advocate.
It was literally the Jenner, like one of the
Yeah.
Jenner fashion lines that were
Yeah.
putting it out, and they're like, "No,
Yeah.
we know who you are and what. No,
Yeah.
You
That,
know
to
what
play
I mean?
devil's advocate, I guarantee none of them were directly involved in designing anything. I guarantee.
No, no.
I mean, you know, right. So it's just,
it was just some asshole
kinda
they paid
like-
to rip it off to put it on a shirt.
yeah,
you know?
it's like when the, oh God, was it Amy Poehler that had no, not Amy Poehler. What are they, whatever. It's,
Every item on Temu.
yeah. There was a comedian.
We got it, you know.
A comedian chick. I can't think of her name right now. Amy something. Drawing a blank, but she had a sketch comedy show, and one of the bits in the show was a bit that a huge comedian had did in one of his specials, and so she got a lot of flack for it. Be like, dude, she's not. There's 40 people in the writers' room doing this show, and you're like trying to burn down her house. Like, relax. It's like, you know, some dipshit on the on the crew took a bit and tried to turn it into a sketch, and then it made it all the way to TV with no one figuring it out that it was already, you know, a well-established, you know, closer joke for this, you know, big comedian. I think it was, if I remember right, it was a sketch about like, I wish there was like a machine, or like I want to get so rich I could just make someone exercise my body for me.
just print money.
Basically,
But
It's free real estate.
yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah.
What about you?
Oh,
We heard where they came from.
Where'd you
come
grow
from?
up?
I'm from Utica, where Jimmy John's Hazelfield is now, and I've kind of lived there my whole life.
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a killer local ice cream shop, and I can't remember the name of it, but they
Irma's.
what is it?
Irma's.
There's Irma's. There's also
That's probably Irma's. Are they the ones that do like the knockoff blizzards? They're like, oh, here's our tornado. It's fucking.
There's a lot of.
I haven't gone there in about a bunch of years, but they have a custard. There's also like a custard spot. That's fun. Lovely custard's phenomenal. But
Right on.
there's a couple cool custard points in
Yeah.
Utica. All we have is retirement homes, funeral homes, and an ice cream shop in every corner.
You got a
Hey,
baseball field now.
And you got
Yeah,
a,
the fucking
a
baseball
dance
field.
studio.
Oh yeah, God. We're getting married at the end of the year, and she went to a
baby. Oh, baby.
she went to a wedding expo, and
Let the love.
they're like, oh, we're giving away
Free dance lessons.
Free dance lessons, and she's like, "Oh, hook, line, and sinker. We're definitely giving you
Interpretive
$400."
dance lessons.
That's what it was. That's crazy that you said that.
Interpretation.
Fucking no, we did fucking ball. We did fucking ballroom dancing and
Just put on some exotic tribal music and just try to interpretive belly dance to that.
He's a great belly dancer. He's very good at it. Oh, careful.
I do the weird hands and
Hell
everything,
yeah.
Like,
Right.
Don't back up too far, Nico.
Yeah, we definitely have to get the wall. So like, I like that we're doing this because we're figuring out all the things where we have failed in designing this set, but we gotta get wall mounted tripods for the camera so that they can be like higher and out of the fucking way.
Yeah.
But so we go to these fucking dance lessons in downtown.
Utica.
Is that Utica or is that Sterling Heights?
That's
like
Utica.
Right at Van Dyke and 59 or whatever, like over there.
By the locker room?
That's Utica.
Right on. So yeah, that guy held us captive for a month. She enjoyed it. I was like trying to not murder an 80-year-old because he was getting all handsy. He was like, "Let me show you how to do this," and he's like, "I'm like, you don't need to put your hand on the small of her back like that. I'll fucking kill you." He's getting all little.
I say, boy.
And she's like, "Oh, he's so nice." I'm like, "Yeah, because he's trying to fuck. I'm gonna murder
Just
him.
foghorn leghorn the
I'm gonna
situation.
fucking murder an 80-year-old."
Nah, I tell you, boy.
It's like when you take a girl on a date, you show her how to go golfing, and you're right behind doing the fucking stupid ass.
And you just gotta put it in. Put it in.
Right? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. He's fucking. It's all in the hips. I'm like, I'm gonna murder this dancer.
Oh God, some people are just too much, man. It's like, okay, for all you old perverts out there, it's like if they're obviously with somebody, like, fuck off, like, for real, like, chicks are the same way when they're with somebody, like, claws out, bitch, like, come on, like, people, get over it. Don't be the whore of Babylon. Thank you.
Oh my
You want to
God.
see fine art? Go to DIA.
Yeah, exactly. or go to 8 Mile.
They got AI for that too.
They got good steaks.
Michigan Ave has more than.
AI girlfriends are a thing now.
They sure are.
Just go to 8 Mile, get a good
That's
steak.
Matt's side piece.
Dude, I've literally told her if ChatGPT had tits, I wouldn't be with her anymore. I love ChatGPT.
I've grown partial towards it the last year.
I love it. Any random thought.
I'm totally anti-AI.
Why?
Because it even though it can be used as a tool, it's opening the genie. It's like pulling the genie out of the bottle,
It
man.
writes your whole paper now, probably. Like, I feel like for school, they could probably be like,
My
They can do
problem-
everything. Yeah.
you don't even gotta write it. They're just like, here it is. Here's the paper.
And you have to take out certain words so
My
that they
problem
know it
is-
wasn't.
But they have AI to that
Diligently
section use AI
It looks
to
good.
make it busted.
My issue,
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you don't.
my issue with it is the more dependent we get on it, the less we use our actual brains to do real critical thinking.
See, this is me. We just had this argument on the podcast, and I was like, you can use a hammer to build a house, or you can use a hammer to fucking bash yourself in the skull with it.
You can also use Brondo to grow your grass.
It's a double-edged sword, truly.
Yeah, I mean, if you use any tool incorrectly, it can be a destructive
But
thing.
you're at the mercy of the corporate hand that owns it.
Sure, yeah, just
and
use
the
more than one thing.
propaganda that it pushes.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Because it's funny, because you play video games at all?
I used to, not much.
You know
anymore.
Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I watched literally 12 different AI try to build a build to beat the game, okay? And none of them except Grok and the paid version of ChatGPT could do it. They overinflated their talk. They didn't match up with the 150 number cap. With all the game information downloaded into them, and they made up weapons. So in reality, like when people use it, how do they know that what they're getting on the other end is actually the truth?
AI doesn't know when it's wrong, and it's very confident about being right. And even if you manually correct it time and time again,
He's
it's
IT, so-
I do cybersecurity for Gardner White. I use AI daily.
He's the
Here's this
IT.
500 character, 500 line long debug thing or error code. I pump it into there. Can you translate this for me? Here's what all this means.
Yeah.
And it saves me an hour of research, and it pulls all this from recent sources. You gotta know how to feed it. The AI
Yeah.
does not know when it's wrong. So if you use it to create things, that's where you're going to have problems. But if you use it for research and you use it in a very guided metric where you can determine if its output's real or not based on your own intelligence, you have to know what you're asking it to create. If you don't, you have no fucking clue. It has
Right.
no idea what it's doing. If you don't know how to
Yeah.
horse, you got to lead the horse to
More for
water.
analysis is what you're saying.
I use it for research, like strictly for
analysis.
research.
You're good.
I use it to help me do power shifts. I can automate things. I use it for security research, and I use it for. I do a job like 3 people. So AI helps me automate a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. It's phenomenal.
Well, there's definitely,
tool.
yeah. I mean, there's definitely a sense of unearned knowledge in people that are lazy, and they go, I see something I kind of disagree with. Let me plug that into ChatGPT, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
I can
and
and
then
then I can
spit out.
argue. Yeah, then I can just spit out look at me, I'm actually correct on a comment online, but. Yeah, those are the dipshits. Those are the same people that would have used Google to do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just like let me Google what I want into the echo chamber that I know is gonna agree with me, and then I can use this to prove my point.
I went on a date last year with a gal, and I found out during that date that she'd used ChatGPT to text me. There wasn't a second date.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I'm like, who do I
It's
know?
all AI
I'm not even
though.
talking to you.
Right.
I had these thought out, messages. She's passed up. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And she
all
blew it out.
fake.
I'm like,
It's like, what's going on?
I'm good.
I feel like that's
Basically
more
got,
work.
like,
I don't want to
catfish,
fucking
dude.
talk to a robot.
That's more work because then you gotta go type it into ChatGPT, tell it what you wanted to
That's-
say, and then
you just
copy
have
and
your
paste.
you just
and-
have your
Who am I
two
talking to?
ChatGPTs
Yeah.
talking to each other.
If I have
You know,
to even question that, I'm good. I can. I'll talk to a
It-
robot when I
it
want.
kind of
Yeah.
proves my
I want a
point.
human woman.
It's kind of like, you know what? That kind of reminds me of catfishing without catfishing.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, how do you know you're actually talking
there's-
to the person
there's
versus
so
them
scary.
programming an AI to
There
talk
is
to you?
so much of this happening. Like
Oh,
all these,
yeah.
like I keep seeing videos like exposing like OnlyFans models, and they're like, oh, here they are thinking that they're talking to the girl, and they're paying all this extra money to talk to the girl, but they're actually talking to a fucking chat bot, and these dipshits are giving them thousands and thousands of dollars. So you're like, oh, I got to talk to this girl. And they're talking to a chat bot. Like, you
you
might as
see,
well text
that's-
fucking Cha-Cha.
But you see,
know?
that's
I have to
the
remind
dark
my
s-
dad of this sometimes.
But you see, that's
all
it's
artificial.
probably if it's too good to be true, it's probably a
that's
robot.
the dark sides of it that nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, like, how do you know, like, in the dark web and the one even further than that, how do you know that they aren't training AI to teach you, like, how to specifically kill people?
I mean,
Or AI being trained specifically to hack the world governments?
They've
Or for trafficking or Terminator shit.
Going
Like,
into, like, some Terminator
we
shit.
don't know.
fucking
Like,
Skynet.
Like I do know that
Robots will kill
I
us
do
all.
know that in the F-47 jet, that the next 6th gen fighter that they're coming out with, there will be AI interface with contact battle training into the AI with its tactical shit and all of that. And it's freaky because it's just like, okay, what if some lone code breaker on the dark web figures that AI out, and then they make a copy of that and sell it off to the other people? I think about those things. That's why
That's
I say the
that's
genie
a
of
good
the bottle.
industry.
These are the
You
things
know,
that I avoid.
I don't want to be in your brain.
Yeah, no. These are the things I avoid. Like, I don't want to be. I don't want to be completely ignorant. But there are things that I purposely avoid, or like I'll reset my algorithm. Like, I'm seeing too many people in Gaza. Let me fucking reset Instagram real quick.
Bad stuff on
I
the
don't-
feed. I need some positivity.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I need something.
I don't, because
You
I
need
don't
more
like
pictures of
being lied
cats.
to.
Yeah, well, that's like the old Bill Hicks bit where he's like, if you watch the news, I mean, this is 35 years ago, but you put the news on and there's fire and there's death and there's war and there's cancer and then you go outside
All
and
by plan.
and then you go outside and the birds are chirping and the guy's mowing his lawn and it's just like, oh yeah, I don't have to watch that shit.
Project Bluebeam.
That doesn't have to be. Well, I mean, you could really bum yourself out. You start looking
Yeah,
into like
you really
Operation
can.
Paperclip and all
Why
this
do I
like.
need to know about some war going on in India? How in any way does that affect me? So why? I say ignorant of world events for its exact reasons. Like why should I care?
Nothing about
100 years ago, we would have never known about any of these going on. So
Right.
why do we all of a sudden need to care about all
Right.
of this? It's all fucking bullshit.
Because all of our markets have symbioted too much.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Fear.
Venom, like Marvel's Venom or whatever. The symbiote concept.
Yeah.
When they made when the markets became international, global, and all interconnected, that's where the problem started, because now other countries can't just do their own thing or whatever.
See, this is what I say about this.
It's
is
interesting.
Some people watch football, and some people watch golf, and some people obsess over this shit.
Yeah.
And I don't watch football. I watch golf. I do not watch all this shit. Like I have two buddies who are like, if I want to like slow down at work, I'm like, hey, did you guys hear about this? And then I know that they're gonna talk for a half hour, and I'm like, sick. I didn't have to do anything for an hour because I got these two idiots to talk about Epstein for fucking 45 minutes.
Oh God, no.
Amazing.
It's like some people have, like I said, some people have the politics of football, and some people have, like, oh man, release the emails. And did you see that? What they redacted? You could just copy and paste and see what was underneath the redactment. Like, what fucking idiots? And then your brain just,
It's like, how do you know what's real? That's
a big
the wild.
ticket item,
That's
so-
the
Well, you have
thing.
so much
Yeah.
fake news.
That's
you
so
don't
scary these
show
days.
something and you're like, it's not even real, dude. You get all like upset about it or something.
Marketing firms in Europe
Yep.
influencing the presidential election, yada yada. Rumors under the belt.
I mean, yeah, right.
Is that where we're going with this?
No,
Yeah.
I hope not.
No, but to sum that short, just don't believe everything you see.
Right. Yeah. I mean, everything's got to, come with a grain of salt. You gotta filter. See, that is a major issue with with older people on the internet. A lot of them have this idea of like authority based on print, and it's like, I read it, it's fact. And you're like, dude, it's fucking not though. Like yeah. How many arguments I've been in on Facebook when I was younger and like more passionate about the things I believed, and
'Cause
then
there's
I'm like
so much.
screaming at somebody's aunt on Facebook, like in caps, like, this is not how this happened. You need to look it up. And then, but if I had none of those conversations, I would be exactly where I'm at right now anyway. So why am I going to make my cortisol levels go up and just not
Right.
sleep at night because I'm worried about fucking Epstein and Hillary's emails and the drones and, oh my God, we're bombing metadata and all this shit that I don't.
All by
I just,
design.
Yeah, I can't give a fuck about it. I'm afraid of my own thoughts as it is already. Like, if I have too much coffee, I'm gonna fucking freak out and have to go take a shower.
Making people afraid and making them angry are the biggest sellers.
Well, because the biggest.
So they anger you and they make you afraid of everything. They piss you off and they make you afraid. That's how they control.
That's the world's biggest commodity is attention. That's why these algorithms supposedly unintentionally,
it's all
had created it rewards fury and it rewards objection. So, I don't notice that when I'm scrolling through Instagram. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's a cool skateboarding clip, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one drummer. That's a cool clip. And then blah, blah. And then I'm like, wait, what? This fucking lady got murdered in Minnesota? And then the algorithm's like, oh, he slowed down on that.
Yep.
Guess what? He's going to get nothing but videos of that lady getting killed by ice. And
I record your 1.3 seconds of eye movement.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
They do that. It's all kicked into it.
Yeah, of course.
very
And so,
scary.
like, all of a
Coming
sudden,
from an
I'm-
IT guy.
Yeah.
Bad.
Tell us how it really is.
really bad. You don't want to know.
How do you... yeah, right.
It's really
Yeah, it's yeah, it can. I mean, this stuff can be depressing, but there is definitely some interesting.
AI
interesting
definitely
stuff.
has. It's at the same time, it's made about 60 to 100 new vaccines that we never had before in the last couple of years that are on the shelf now that you can find. But it also
AI made it?
Yeah, AI has found new correlations between things that the scientists just couldn't do. They can observe billions of data points and create new things that a human just reasonably couldn't. And it's really cool, but at the same time, other firms are taking this and they developed a poison 100 times more potent than the worst on the market right now. It starts with an R, I forgot the name, but it's a popular thing, but ricin or something, whatever. But it's 100 times stronger than that. Because AI is supposed to not help you create weapons or stuff, but you can easily turn that off. And they sell that, like Niko said earlier, that's a whole underground
It's
market.
like it's like
where
the
they
grandma
develop
thing.
weapons. So any great tool will be weaponized, ultimately, as
Yeah.
they say.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
AI will be weaponized. It is great as an asset, and it does have a lot of phenomenal uses, but the negative is going to far outweigh the positive at the end of the day.
Yeah. I try not to have a nihilistic view of powerful new industries coming out, and I gotta disagree, man. I think human nature overall is good, man, and you have billions of people with access to these tools, and like most of us are just making pictures of making pictures of ourselves wearing, with a big fucking lollipop, like that was viral a couple weeks ago. Like the vast majority of people are not going to do nefarious things. It's just that there is a small population of people that are going to do nefarious things with these new tools, but
it enables a small population of bad doers to do a significant amount of harm.
Yeah,
it really enables the tiny bad people. It's like taking your guns away versus whatever that argument is in America. But
I wonder if we could be a fly on the wall in talk show fucking studios from the 1990s when Google was starting to come out. Like, I wonder if the guys were like having these same conversations, but being like, man, if they could just look up anything, they don't have to find a book about it. Like, they could just look it up. And you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if these conversations are being repeated just, 25 years later, where it's like, you don't have to pull out you don't have to get a book on bombs.
It's just a faster, more intelligent way of doing the same thing.
Yeah. You don't have to go through a forum from 2005 to find your fucking car's fix.
But the problem is millennials are used to instant gratification with that. And so is Gen Z. So it's a double-edged sword, because you could literally have an instant power presentation made like that.
Yeah.
And all you had to do is plug the idea. Who deserves the credit? AI or you?
Yeah.
We were at dinner. We were at dinner a few weeks ago.
Exactly. So the human didn't do shit, and the AI did the work.
See, in my mind, I think this just exposes how much bullshit work that we are forced to do. Like, this is like, how many papers did you have to write through high school and college where you're like, I spent so much. Like, I remember writing a fucking.
It's the other way around. How many people don't know how to do that?
Well, I mean, how many people have to write at all as adults? Fuck them.
Let the people. I actually write.
Who can still write in cursive?
It's not a thing anymore. They don't teach it anymore.
They don't teach it anymore.
Yeah,
shit, really.
I do think
very
that
few.
I do think that a lot of the time that we spend in school is wasted on skills that aren't like you should nurture. And you should nurture somebody's instinct. And if someone's instinct is to write music, man, fucking let them follow that. Why am I learning about mitochondria? That fucking will never affect my life ever. But
it's a powerhouse of the cell, though.
People, fuck it. No, it's not. That's the thing. No one learns anything. It's actually fucking not. And that's why this is my point. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's like if some kid has expose every kid to everything and let them figure out what they're going to want to do with their time in life, man, instead of forcing them to do shit that let them use AI. I gotta write a paper, dude. I wrote a fucking 1,000-word essay about Shamu one time. You tell me how fucking miserable I was the whole time. Like, this is just because I was assigned it. I'm like having to do research into. I mean, the amount of time I wasted on shit I didn't give a fuck about at all. And then, and now that I've been out of high school as long as I was alive at the time of those things, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why did I waste so much time doing stuff? If I had AI available to me, I absolutely would have phoned it in so I could get back on my skateboard and go fuck around.
I was gonna say, I got lucky, man. I had a class called Rock and Roll History class, and that was sick.
Oh, hell yeah.
Armada High School had that?
Yeah, I got to write a paper about Iron Maiden, dude, so I was in.
That's what I'm saying.
Was like, dude, I got you, dude. I know you love Iron Maiden, so you're doing Number of the Beast, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be the best paper I've ever had in my entire life, dude.
And you still remember it.
Level, man.
That is exactly what I'm saying, though, man.
I'm
like,
totally in.
If you foster what somebody's already interested in and go, hey man, like, I see that you're really interested in photography or woodworking or writing or whatever
they do that already in Germany.
Germany, yeah, I was gonna bring it up. Germany is known for that.
I know, because my college is partnered with Pop Academy over there in Mannheim, Germany.
I think they mandate like the first, maybe up to 5th grade, but then after that, it's at like starting at middle school.
They
high
already
school,
do that.
They do whatever they want, like specialize after that. They don't force them to take all the gen ed bullshit
for free. By the way,
Oh,
for
yeah.
free.
Yeah,
Public
that's how-
education's free.
Yeah, that's how.
Germany's doing that right.
Honestly, I don't know, man. My school was
As soon as a kid turns 11, start focusing on their
had-
strengths or
you had
whatever,
some
even earlier,
options
whatever they
after.
do.
like in the medical, like I did EMT. Like there was different, they tried to have like you had wood, whatever. I know they tried to do
Wood
a car
shop.
thing. It was
Yeah.
hard, but they tried to do different stuff.
Yeah.
So at least for me, I don't know. It was a decent education for me where I went.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I even did that. Like I got to do EMT. Got to go in an ambulance and see what it was like.
Oh, that's
So,
killer.
like,
Yeah, so it was like some actual like job training style
'cause
classes.
I went to nursing school, so like I got to see at least kind of what I was going to be going into or something.
Oh,
Like have
killer.
an idea of what I was walking into beforehand. So
Yeah.
not like just walking in blind, going into college. Like I don't know if I want to do this. Do I
Right.
really want to? Like so you have some kind of like
idea
some
of like
kind of
what it's going to
reference.
actually
Yeah.
be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many people go to college for something for years and then they get into the job and like, dude, this blows. I don't like this at all.
The great lie that was sold.
Yep.
you had to go to college. I don't know.
By
not
the
in a
U.S.
bad way, but I
Department
know
of
you know, like,
Education.
Yeah. Our whole
Yeah, they taught us that you had to go to college.
Because how many people in our age range
You're coming for
got a degree and don't work in the job that they got a degree in?
60% on average.
And a degree that they don't even enjoy anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what $60,000 to $200,000 of per person ripped off by the Department of Education.
Sure. But
Just a
speaking
food for thought.
Yeah.
thinking about kids doing what they want, we should probably talk about your guys' band a little bit.
Yeah, we love what we do. Like the thing is, like, because we all got individual interests. Like he does IT, he does EMT, and all of that. But
That's what you do?
No,
In your-
I never like fully, but like I enjoyed the medical field. I know my family was in it, and it was good for me to at least learn,
Okay.
see
Right-
people,
right on.
have to like talk to people, a patient, or talk to a person. I at least had skills, so I knew what I was doing. Like,
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
out in public, especially being a musician, you got to talk to, you're going to be talking to people, you're going to be talking to your fans,
Sure.
anybody you meet.
Yeah.
We're doing it right now, you're
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Yeah.
so.
So how did it start? How did it form? You guys are from different areas,
well,
kind of.
when Kougaran was started, he was in a band called Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, so I knew
Okay.
I knew of Niko, like I knew of Kougaran beforehand.
You got to be
and all
careful with
that.
that microphone. Is that loud in there?
That's fine.
I knew of Kougaran and stuff, so I played around the scene with them and all that. Yeah.
And we've always kind of knew of each other, and we were always cool with each other, like anytime people asked me about Steve, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Steve's great, and after trial and error with my band and him, same kind of thing, I gave him the call and we talked it out, and it's presently where it's at right now. And the band started a while. We moved up through the east side. We've played out-of-state shows, Nashville a couple times, Philadelphia. Opened for a ton of bands, like Steve Nadler's band and Jakey Lee and Kix and Steelheart and Buck Cherry, Saving Able, you name it.
L.A. Guns.
Yeah.
Sebastian Bach, even me. L.A. Guns, Sebastian Bach, and all that.
Yeah.
All that, all the 80s type.
We've done that whole
Yeah.
thing, and some of them we've became friends with, which is really cool, and the band did have an indie deal, in the late teens, through the deal through an indie label, through a bigger label, through Universal Music, and right before the pandemic, when the labels were cutting all their indie labels and artists, we were the last artists to get cut out of over 100 artists on that indie label.
Oh my gosh.
And we were this close to being upgraded to a Universal contract. So I have my own speculation on why, because they didn't really give any true critique at all, period. And this is behind closed doors.
They're just looking to cut corners and
Yep.
or cut cut losses when
Yep.
the world is shutting down.
Yeah.
Funding.
Yeah.
Funding.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, God, you know, the world is shutting down. It's like, yeah, I could see the correlation between like these small guys who are barely making a profit if they're playing a million shows and they're like, dude, let's get rid of all. This is our time. Let's get rid of these.
When
people.
it was sad because the label got started with the help.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, you know, when you start a business and you get backers,
Yeah.
it was due.
Yeah. Yeah. Now's the time. Now's the time to cut your losses and
Nah, like, it was due. They
Yeah.
literally called their due date and,
yeah.
you know,
Are you guys on a label now?
no.
Right on.
No.
Fully
No
independent.
plans.
Independent.
Right on.
We have no plans to either.
Yeah.
We book, promote, and do our own show. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
man, I mean-
Everything's
It's all
in house.
universal.
The,
Yeah.
the band, the team, all of it.
Yeah.
We all contribute a little in our own little ways.
Yeah.
It's a big project.
Dude, this time is the time to be completely fucking independent. I mean, you pay a distributor to put your shit onto every streaming platform, and you have a manager book shit through, you know, social media, and you're going, and you don't need some guy that's 2,000 miles away trying to maintain his fucking mansion. Telling you how and why to do what you're doing, and then getting you into a bullshit 360
Right.
deal where you don't make a profit for 20 years of work.
I think Greta Van Fleet in their first tour, they made about like 30, 40 mil, but they each took home maybe 800K. They got 95% of their money taken by the record label.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that doesn't
Like,
surprise me at all.
Fucking 35 mil ripped off of them.
Did you guys ever watch the 30 Seconds to Mars documentary? Those guys were
That was tragic.
those guys were in a 360 deal. They made
EMI?
no money.
EMI?
They made no. They have never made a
5
dollar.
album deal. Well, no, 7 album deal, and they only came up with 5 and fought the last 2 out.
Yeah, these 360 deals
Reminds
are,
me
I
of
can't believe they're
Meatloaf
legal.
for John Fogerty.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, labels tried to eat them alive, but they
Yeah,
fought
I mean, you know, it's funny. Like growing up, you know, you don't. Growing up a fan of music, you don't know like what's behind the scenes until you're older and you start reading and like watching documentaries and shit. And you're like, why was Prince a fucking symbol for a couple of years? And you know, and you find out all the janky bullshit that's going behind the scenes. Like, I signed away my likeness in perpetuity in every universe. That's in the fucking contract. What? You know. Singer CCR,
That's
John
borderline-
Fogerty, sued by his band for singing like himself. Like the wild shit that has happened. Your voice is so unique that you singing at all in a different group, people are thinking that you're CCR.
Well, here's the scary
So you
thing.
get sued for it.
Here's the scary thing. What Prince called out is going on now.
It's been going on since fucking businessmen in suits were dipping into the creative world where they have no fucking skill.
Oh no, the bud of what's going on now was starting back then.
Yeah. Back in the
And Prince saw it coming
yeah.
with the way the industry is now. Like, it was always sneaky back then and all that or whatever, but no. It's bad now.
Yeah.
And he saw it coming. You know, with the streaming services and all of this, you know, cutting the cash out from the artists. He saw it all coming, which is why he owned absolutely everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the move, right? But I tell you what, there is also double-edged sword with social media and in the age of the internet. It's also everything's an open book. So you have guys like Questlove just putting Spotify an absolute fucking blast for not, you know, being honest and not paying artists. You know,
Buying weapon assets.
yeah. I mean, right? Yeah, when your parent company is developing fucking, you know, whatever they're whatever. I think they own a part of a military contractor that's building rockets and fucking missiles. But
It's weird.
yeah, I mean,
But, you know, like, you know, it's cool to be able to do rock and roll in the time that we're in because you do have the freedom to kind of control your direction, you know, and to control your pace.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like an RPG video game in a sense.
Yeah. Choose your own adventure without being
Choose
told
your
what you have to
partners,
do next.
Choosing your partners, choosing your own adventures, and
Yeah.
everybody wins. That's the cool part.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's why we love like bands like fucking Idols and, you know, PDUSA. Like these are the guys that are like carving their own fucking way through social media and going like, dude, people that like us will find us. I don't need fucking, you know, I don't need some major record label pulling the strings and making it work for me, you know.
They do a good job convincing you need one, but you don't.
Oh, yeah. They
Yeah.
need you.
Right.
They don't exist without the artist.
Right.
Of course they need you.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Not
right.
the other way around. We
You have-
exist without them. They don't exist without us.
Yeah. When you have
Predatory.
non-creative people trying to get into the world of art, and you're like, how the fuck can I have control here? Let me convince them I'm needed and necessary.
Hashtag predatory tactics.
Yeah, no shit, man.
You know.
Yeah.
But anywho,
Yeah, man.
so we got some shows coming up. You want to let them
Yes,
know,
we do.
Steve?
We have some shows coming up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking. Yeah, we're getting close to wrapping up. So yeah, just where are you guys playing?
All right, so the closest one we have is at the end of the month. It's January 31st, or no, it's January 30th. It's on a Friday. It's a celebration for Lisa Rogers. She was a huge fan of the music scene, and so we're playing with Drag Saw, Detroit Antics, Gutter Swamp, and then like us, and then so it's a $10. It's donation. There's gonna be a 50-50 raffle, all that stuff. So like
Where is it at?
it's Diesel Concert Lounge
Oh,
in
okay.
Chesterfield. So yeah.
Killer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the celebration of life of Lisa Rogers. She was part of the fan community that really supported the bands, and we were actually asked by Heavy Metal Syndicate if we would be personally involved with playing this concert. So we said yeah. She's a fan. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Killer.
You know, and we got March 7th, Detroit Rock City Mayhem 5 with us, Venom of Virtue, Second Salem, Aqua Monkey, and Faded, and The New Day. So far, who knows? There might be more.
Hell yeah, we got Aqua Monkey coming on here.
Oh, you got them
yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
We're working on something in June with our friends in Aqua Monkey. They'll announce it.
Where's the one March 7th?
Diesel.
Okay.
You know, same.
Yeah, it's all original bands. It's like you're just trying to help the local scene, and it's all original music, so it's all original bands. So.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
We're waiting to announce summer dates.
Sure.
And fall dates, but for the fall, since it's already announced, we are playing Feastival.
Yeah, Feastival. We're playing down in Ohio. It's a festival down in Ohio, but yeah. So
Killer.
it'll be
Nice.
Cool.
And
Go
then,
check out Ohio.
and then, March 31st or March 21st, the Cabin Fever Fest 3.
There's 2 dates. It's the 20th and the 21st of March. Yeah. So
Where's that at?
it's a Friday and a Saturday. It's up in Oscoda, Michigan. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
We've played up there a few times. You know, they like to party up north. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's awesome to hear that you guys are busy, man. You guys are good, and you deserve to be as busy as you fucking can handle.
We're trying.
Yeah, you guys are killer, man. I'm a fan immediately. I tell you, like the other band that I found locally was fucking 40 Below Summer. I saw them at the D on fucking Harper, and I was like, it's like you guys are fucking Eastsiders. You've been there, I'm sure. You go into this bar, and it's a fucking bar, and then there's like a plexiglass like divider wall, and you go in there, and there's a venue that's like maybe like 20 by like 10, and one of the best new metal bands I've ever fucking heard. 40 Below Summer, local band, but they like, you look up new metal, they're like the 5th band that comes up. Like they're fucking legit as shit. So you guys are the second band that I found that's local that I'm excited to listen to, man. I'm excited to hear what you guys have coming out, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you guys
I
are
really appreciate that.
You guys are killer, man.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it, man.
I was-
We appreciate the support, man. We're just trying to build like we say, like a local scene.
Well, I feel like
trying to support the local scene and just local artists and trying to push it out. You know what I mean? And let everybody, have a chance to, put out their music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like the local scene, it's just not what it used to be. But not at all. Like that was my life when I was younger. That was just going to see
It's
all these
coming
different
back,
local
though, believe it or
bands.
not. It really is. Like our last show, it was 100 people. It was good. So it's starting. I feel like it's starting to come back. You know what I mean? We're starting to get some numbers and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
just got to keep trying to push it and support it.
Yeah, and there's more 20-year-olds gigging than what our generation had.
Yeah.
And they're playing not metalcore. Which I'm like, what? What? That trend is going away? What?
Yeah.
You know,
Metalcore's coming back a little bit, dude.
No, they're going in punk. They're going in
Yeah.
the screaming punk direction.
Yeah.
Not the emo screaming. I mean like that
Real
raw, like
Idols.
indie punk.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys are listening to Idols at all, but that band is the
Like,
fucking shit, dude. I'm a huge punk
Like if
nerd.
you were to take like Tame Impala and punk them out, like that lo-fi kind of punk stuff.
Oh, right on.
That's getting pretty popular. Like if you know bigger bands like White Reaper, you know that's the kind of sound that's coming in right now. Like varying streams of that, like Main Skin, you know,
Okay.
those kind of bands.
Sure.
You know, the heavy shit is on the way out. Like not because it's not good, it's not that. It's oversaturated. Too many bands sound exactly the same. You know, you could listen to a band that formed 2 years ago and they sound like they came out of 2005 East Coast metalcore scene.
Yeah.
It's like, really? How many 1,000 Kill Switch Engage wannabes are out there? You know, it's like, guys, love and respect to your music, but do something different.
Yeah.
We're tired of it. A lot of bands are tired of it. Do something different.
Yeah. That's
For
why
the
that's
love
why
of
the
God,
Outliers
it's
people-
been it's been 25 years. Okay, do something different, and not laptop metal.
yeah. That's why the Outliers pop. You know.
Because the bands are getting lighter out here. Like since I was in the scene, they would get heavier. Now it's going the other direction, but they aren't going nostalgic or pop. They're just getting lighter.
That was the game for a while, wasn't it? I remember people like bitching about Lamb of God because they played in standard tuning. And you're like, dude, they're so good. What is wrong with you? Like, yeah, no, I listen to fucking this.
listen to Drop A Flat.
Right. I'm listening to fucking Norwegian death metal that's just unlistenable. And I'm like, yeah, but Amonomarth's dope. So,
Like, I respect all music out there, but it's just like... And you wonder why Warped Tour's gone. You wonder why venues don't accept local bands anymore. Look at those bands' sounds. They turned off older people, and those kids got into drugs and problems.
yeah.
I'm just saying, they were their own problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I like a lot of that stuff too, but from a rock and roller outsider looking in on that, growing up as a kid and seeing it now, they were their own problem because they let too many jerks in.
Well,
the
it's a living organism, you know. Like if you think about a local,
they let too many Craig Owens in.
yeah. it's a living,
Literally every other lead singer is like
Yep.
that.
yeah.
You guys let too many creeps in your scene and too many abusers in your scene, and that's why it didn't catch on.
It's a living organism, man. So yeah, I mean, if you think about any environment where you have so many fish, but then you have so many sharks, and you can have a huge influx of sharks, but then all of a sudden the population of fish for those sharks to eat fucking die off.
Is
you
that
know?
Alaskan salmon or Michigan trout?
Well, you have it's not quite feast or famine because anybody can get their own fan group going and become a sustainable business as an artist.
Right.
But there is definitely an issue with a bunch of it's like Mick Mansions but fucking bands.
There's
You
a
gotta-
lot of
you
Mick
gotta-
bands out there,
Yeah.
because they're just chasing that one favorite album.
Yeah.
It's like, is that how music is listened to, though?
And that's why weirdos fucking stand out because they come up with a new sound like, dude, I'm doing me. It's just it might take fucking 15 years for it to pop, but I'm doing me. And that's
yeah.
and that's
That's great.
A lot of
That's
bands
what you
were
want.
like that.
Yeah.
Man, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
It's fully authentic and and you can't. I don't know. It's who the person is.
Yeah.
They're not lying. You could see right through it. It's like that's exactly who the person is, and that's why they're presenting it that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and you guys don't put out a fucking Cowboy Carter album. Just stay who you are, and it'll pop eventually. You know.
We appreciate that.
We're trying. Yeah.
Yeah. No white leather
Trying
pants.
to do the good old
for
rock
you.
and roll. Just yeah.
You gotta stick to the black leather pants.
No Tiger King. No Tiger King.
Yeah,
Gotta
right.
have the leather pants.
Fuck yeah.
I knew a few guys that looked like Tiger King looking kind of dudes, and I'll just leave it at that.
They made choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, on that note, let's fucking wrap it up. But
Where can people find you?
You can find us on www.kougaran.com, and I'll spell that for you. W dot KOUGARAN dot COM. And then after that, you just take that band name and plug it into Facebook, Instagram,
Spotify,
TikTok,
YouTube,
Spotify, Apple,
Music.
Any
Amazon
streaming
Prime.
platform around. Oh, we also have a new single out on Spotify and everything called "Ran by the Enemy." So you should check that out if you.
We
have
listened
time.
We were
on the-
listening to it today.
we listened to it on the way here.
Yeah,
man.
that's what. Yeah, so
That's
if
killer.
you have time to check it out, that's our newest single, and we have more coming this year. So.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to hear it, man. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, guys. This is fun.
Thank you
Hell
for
boy.
having us.
Before you
Thank
guys
you.
go, we'll take a picture, and then you guys all got to sign the fucking guest board.
Gonna have a selfie.
Hell yeah. All right. Like, subscribe, follow, all that shit. Blah, blah, blah. Peace.
Like, subscribe, peace, and love.
Ultimate purpose is not survival. It's finding purpose in what you love. I'm pumped to be branching out and being like, hey, we're gonna sit down and have a couple-hour podcast.
Is it? Is it, dude? Jesus Christ. You just like talked for 5 minutes. I'm like, is it though? I've always been inspired by this shit.
Yeah. Dude, that pizza was so greasy.
It was disgusting.
It was not disgusting.
Disgusting. Good times, Noodle Salad.